Our title of the speech is Adopting an Adult. Toastmaster Vijaya, Adopting an Adult, Adopting an Adult, Toastmaster Vijaya.
Raise your hands if you have a busy schedule. And raise your hands if you definitely do not want to officially adopt an adult kiddo, especially when you are juggling with your kid's tantrum at home. And now imagine, amidst all this chaos, all this multitasking, Toastmasters International looks at you and says, "Congratulations, you are now a mentor." Fellow Toastmasters and dear audience, mentoring for me has come to mean this. It is not about shaping someone in your image. It is about choosing to adopt a soul you nurture, a soul you believe in when they doubt themselves, a soul you gently guide until they discover their own strength, their own voice, their own path. Back in 2020, I was given the responsibility to nurture a beautiful soul, Toastmaster Monica. Back then, it was just simply a beginning of a beautiful journey, one that would not just transform her, but me as well. A few months back, as I formally enrolled myself into this advanced mentoring project, the idea sounded simple. Mentor a fellow member for at least 6 months, help them achieve a specific goal, and reflect on your approach. Now, many of us here knows Monica. Monica is soft-spoken, and her softness reflected everywhere, in her voice, in her speeches, in her everyday life. So naturally, I thought that's what we should work upon. Monica with a bold voice. Every time she came for practice, I emphasized, be bold, sound bold, throw your voice, Monica. Your speech has a message, but your voice is somehow not reflecting it. And for a while, that became our focus. But we all know mentoring is not always a straight road. There were days when Monica could not give her best. And there were days when my schedule was overwhelming and rehearsals felt like a burden. And in that phase, I had a quiet realization. Mentoring is not about pushing harder. It is also about pausing wiser. I had to learn to step back, not to rush her growth, not to mold her into someone what I thought she should become. There came a turning point. One day, as we were practicing, I noticed Monica anxious. And it was not about her speech. Maybe it was something deeper. That day, I made a choice. Instead of advising her to sound bold, be brave, I just became her space where she can safely express herself. I listened to her that day. I really listened. And I realized something very deep. Maybe the problem was not her voice on the stage, and maybe the problem was her voice in her real life. Gradually, we shifted our focus from short-term speech improvement to her long-term growth and well-being. Instead of advising her to be sound bold, be brave on stage, I started advising her, be bold in your life, Monica. Make bold decisions, set bold boundaries for yourself, learn to say no. She took her own time, but gradually, quietly, she was transforming and she was growing confident. Her voice was strengthening, her presence was evolving. And that moment, I too learned something very equally important. I did not have to carry the entire journey as a mentor for her. Sometimes when she asked for help, I chose not to jump in immediately. Instead, let her figure it out. And she did. And along this journey, we both have grown, we both have evolved, we both have transformed. 30th January, when she boldly stood on the stage as the brand ambassador of Shaurya Healthcare Foundation, that day we both were speakers. And for the first time, I did not want the Better Speaker trophy for myself. I wanted it to be hers. Because as I saw her standing confidently on the stage, composed, confident, and bold, I just did not see a speaker. I saw growth, I saw courage, I saw her voice taking space in this world. Mentoring, my dear friends, is not about creating another version of you. It's about having the courage to walk alongside someone until they no longer need to hold your hand. Today, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you, dear Monica. Through you, I have learned patience. I have learned kindness. I have learned to mentor my kids better. I have learned to mentor my students better. And more importantly, I've learned to mentor myself better. So my dear friends, next time Toastmasters International, when they mandate you to mentor someone, don't take it as an added responsibility. Instead, take it as a rare privilege, because you would not just be raising a confident speaker, you would be witnessing a soul discover their voice, their path, their strength, their identity. And in doing so, maybe you might just discover a better version of yourself too. Over to you.